Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
Employees at the Belivdere Assembly Plant will be laid off indefinitely. Stellantis says it will idle the plant February 28th.
A bill is introduced in the Illinois Capitol that would ban assault weapons for most people. We take a look at what some people around the state think about it.
And Rockford Lutheran students celebrate the season, giving back to the community. Local families and hospital patients benefit from donations. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson.
Workers at the Belivdere Assembly Plant will soon be out of work.
Stellantis announced it will idle the plant February 28th. The company says it's been strongly affected by multiple factors, including the COVID-19 pandemic and a microchip shortage. Stellantis says the biggest challenge is increasing cost related to the electrification of the automotive market. Stellantis says it is working to identify other opportunities to repurpose the Belvidere facility, but the company did not share any more details than that. United Auto Workers Union said in a Facebook post it is deeply angered about Friday's announcement, saying, quote, announcing the closure just a few weeks from the holidays is also a cruel disregard for the contributions of our members from UAW Locals 1268 and 1761. We'll have more on Stellantis idling the Belvidere plant coming up tonight at 9 and 10.
Freeport police are looking for the teen who shot two men. Thursday afternoon, officers were called to Avon Street to reports of shots fired. They found two men with gunshot wounds. They were both taken to Freeport Memorial Hospital. Both men are in stable condition. Police say the suspect, a 16-year-old, knew the victims. The 16-year-old tried to rob the men, which ended with the suspect shooting the pair. Police are looking for the juvenile. If you know anything about the shooting, call Freeport Police or State Line Area Crime Stoppers.
More than a year ago, Rockford East High School football player Mason Hada was killed in a car crash. Since then, police have been searching for the man they say is responsible. That search came to an end yesterday. Justice for a grieving family who've been waiting for. 19-year-old Dahari Steele was arrested Thursday in Detroit, Michigan. Steele is charged with reckless homicide and aggravated driving under the influence involving death. The crash happened back in August 2021 near Broadway and 24th Street. Hada, who was on his way home from football practice, was pronounced dead at the scene. In a statement, Hada's dad says he's thankful for Rockford Police and other agencies for helping the family get some sort of closure. A Chicago woman's hurt after crashing her car in DeKalb County. Late Thursday night, DeKalb County sheriffs were called to Cherry Valley Road, west of Glidden Road. Investigators say the car was eastbound when it drove off the road. The vehicle then hit a gate. That caused the car to go airborne. The car came to rest on its roof and caught fire. The driver, 28-year-old Brittany Yates, was located in a ditch. She was taken to Kishwaukee Hospital, where she was then flown to OSF St. Anthony's. We don't know anything about her current condition. Officers have charged Yates with DUI.
58% of people in the state support an assault weapons ban. That's based on a poll from Everytown for Gun Safety. This comes after a bill was introduced in the state capitol that would ban weapons. For most people, the poll also showed 52% of people back tougher gun laws. One lawmaker says they plan to focus on banning gun magazines at the start of the new year.
It's our responsibility as a legislature to listen to that 52% plus saying that we need to do something about the gun problem in Illinois. And so we're going to respond to that, and we're going to do everything we can to do our part.
Earlier this week, Governor Pritzker said he wants to pass the measure in the first half of the year. Lawmakers will hold the first hearing on the bill Monday. Local students honor the Christmas spirit by giving back to the community.
The fundraiser was part of Rockford Lutheran's annual Christmas chapel service. Nikhil Delgado was there. Nikhil, how'd it go?
Eric, Mimi, Lutheran's gym was filled with kids from both campuses, and there was plenty of holiday cheer. Every year, students come up with a way to serve the community, and this year that meant helping those who are having a hard time during this holiday season.
I think it's just so important that we are able to show that we have a role in our community and show that we do care about everyone around us.
Our Christmas chapel every year is always super special, but I think this year it really shines because we were able to get all of these events together and it's all working out so far.
Emma James and Abigail Donnelly have been in the Rockford Lutheran schools since they were in kindergarten. In that time, service has become one of their core values. Each year, students come up with a service project. This year, they partnered with the Lutheran Social Services of Illinois and Swedish American Hospital.
And we're able to raise about $3,000 through donations from all of the families of Rockford Lutheran, and we were able to give gifts to 34 children as well as their families.
The students also collected 150 stuffed animals for Swedish American Hospital. Those will be given to children dealing with illness.
It's nice to partner with other people in the community so they know that more than one agency has their back and is really trying to help them in the hard times.
The Rockford Lutheran family hopes to keep spreading a little love and kindness.
Make sure to be giving what you can. It plays a huge part into just showing love and kindness throughout the holiday season.
Rockford Lutheran students tell me they're always looking for ways to help serve the community. Eric, Mimi?
Thanks, DeKalb.
Almost 24 students got their GEDs today.
It was all thanks to a Goodwill program. The ceremony took place at Veterans Memorial Hall in Rockford. 21 students who took part in the Good Grads GED program received their diplomas. The program provides educational opportunities for anyone 17 years of age or older. A director for Good Grads says there are a lot of benefits from being in the program.
I think what stands out about the program is we not only focus on the academics, we also focus on the barriers that some students might have outside of the classroom, things that they have difficulties maybe getting to class. They have children, they have jobs. So we're able to kind of acclimate and kind of are flexible for the students to provide and work with them.
The students also had case managers help them earn their GEDs.
The White House urges Americans to get boosted and vaccinated as they gather for the holidays.
Coming up, hospitals around the country see a surge of cases, not only for COVID, but also the flu.
We spent most of the day in the 30s today with the drizzle on and off throughout the afternoon as well. We have some more soaking rain that could move in throughout much of next week. I'll break down timing on when you can expect that coming up in a couple minutes.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Leber, and meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Hospitals around the country are filling up. Experts blame Thanksgiving gatherings for a spike in cases of COVID, flu, and other respiratory illnesses.
Washington correspondent Alexandra Limon reports the White House and health officials are pushing to prevent this from happening again after Christmas.
First Lady Jill Biden and U.S. health officials have a message they say will ensure Americans have the best and healthiest holiday season.
The most important thing you can do to prepare for your holidays is to get your updated COVID vaccine.
Do it now. Don't waste any time. Go out there and protect yourself for the holiday season.
Dr. Anthony Fauci, White House chief medical advisor, says it's critically important for at-risk groups to get the latest COVID vaccines. But he says everyone, including kids, should stay up to date.
There are almost 2,000 children who have died. There are 20,000 who have gotten hospitalization. And then there's long COVID.
Dr. Ashish Jha, the White House coronavirus response coordinator, says at this point in the pandemic, having only past versions of the vaccine isn't enough.
The virus out there today is very different. And so that's why we need an updated vaccine, because it targets the virus that's out there. The second issue is that immunity can wane over time.
During a virtual event Friday, the panel also took questions from AARP members.
Kenneth from Washington State asked, will COVID ever go away?
We can get on with our lives. We can do the things that matter to us if we do certain things. And that's keep up on the vaccination. Get treated if you have an infection.
Health officials say it's likely updated COVID vaccines will be needed on a yearly basis. In Washington, Alexandra Limon.
Rockford saw a little bit of snow, but a majority of the winter storm went to our north.
When we come back, Jordan will show us some of the snow totals and what to expect for the weekend.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Things are finally beginning to clear up just a little bit from where we had earlier this morning. That system finally working its way off to the east, but as it's spinning around, we're still catching a couple of those patchier drizzle, maybe a couple of flurries also mixed in through that system as it's departing off to our east. As it continues to work its way out, we will continue to hold on for those chances of drizzle, maybe a couple of flurries throughout the overnight tonight and in the next couple of days. But if we look back for the system as it came on through, that freezing line between the rain and the snow ended up setting up pretty close to where we expected it to, right along the Illinois and Wisconsin border. So the further and further north that you got, that's where they saw some of those slightly higher totals, where compared to here in Rockford, we only got a lot of rain. We actually got a half of an inch of rain. If that all had fallen as snow, that would have actually added up to some pretty decent snow totals, fairly similar to what they ended up seeing a little bit further off to the north. Some of those higher totals did remain just north of that Illinois-Wisconsin border, and some of those reports, especially if you look closer to Madison, Wisconsin, were a lot closer to around 5 inches of snow. The highest total that we had here in the state line with Janesville was just over 3 inches of snow. Now we look at why that was the case. As I mentioned with those temperatures, we were down in the lower 30s, close to 30 degrees late last night, but as we transitioned that forward, some of that warmer air got pulled in as that system continued to approach, and those temperatures rose just a few degrees above freezing for the overnight hours. As we pushed that forward, we still saw temperatures into the mid-30s by the time we got to early into the morning, and that's really what caused all of this to fall as rain as opposed to snow, at least here locally in Rockford and the further and further south that you got. Especially look a little bit further off to the south, where some of those temperatures in that warm sector were close to the mid-40s, really not that far from here in Rockford. Now some areas did get some snow, including up in Beloit, Wisconsin. We still see some of that patchier drizzle out there, maybe a little bit of snow still showing up on the sides of the roadways. Our SkyTrack camera up there is sponsored by Bryden Motors. The rest of the night tonight, we're not really looking at any widespread precipitation, but we still hold on to the chance of some drizzle, and temperatures are not really going to budge from where they are right now. We're not going to fall too much further, only a couple degrees for the overnight low from where they currently sit. We're down to 33 officially for the overnight low here in Rockford, and because that temperature doesn't fall very far, we're holding on to some lighter winds, and we have a lot of moisture at the surface. That will lead to some patchier fog to develop as we get later on into the overnight hours. Not quite cold enough to be freezing fog, but a couple degrees cooler, and that's what we could end up seeing. Now, if we do see those temperatures for the afternoon get back up into the upper 30s, 39 for our afternoon high, mostly cloudy skies, and we once again hold on to some patchy drizzle, similar to what we are seeing during the afternoon today. Not anything widespread, and I can illustrate that here with Futurecast. A lot of that cloud cover still hanging around in place. Not really showing up a whole lot as far as precipitation is concerned, because it doesn't really pick up drizzle very well, but we do hold on to that chance for some drizzle throughout much of the overnight hours and into the day tomorrow before we eventually start clearing that out and get at least a couple of peaks through the clouds for the day on Sunday and into Monday. We do hold our temperatures just above our average for this time of year throughout the middle of the week, and we dry out for at least Sunday and into Monday before our next weather system works its way in for the early part of next week. So 39 for tomorrow, a chance for some drizzle, drying out a little bit for Sunday and Monday, back into the 40s, guys, but then we see those temperatures into the mid-40s with our next system working through that warm sector. Could bring our temperatures up even further, but definitely does look to give us a soaking rainfall for the middle of next week.
All right, Jordan, thanks.
Scott's in next with sports. He says it's a big weekend for the Ice Hogs for multiple reasons.
And it's been a day filled with drama at the World Cup.
Now sports with sports director Scott Leber.
Well, the Rockford Ice Hogs are undefeated in the month of December. We'll see tonight how they do as the Screw City Ice Hogs. That's the name they have adopted for their home game against the Iowa Wild. Ice Hogs are saluting this city's manufacturing history. The players will wear special uniforms, and Screw City merchandise will be sold at the game. Now, tomorrow night's going to be another big night and a rematch with Iowa at the BMO. It's the Ice Hogs' annual teddy bear toss game. Fans will toss teddy bears on the ice after the Hogs score their first goal. Dylan Secura has been a part of several of these games involving the stuffed critters.
Yeah, you know, everyone wants to be the guy to score the goal, so it's a little extra motivation. I'm sure we'll put some money on it or something in the room, but it's become a big thing. I know, maybe the first year they scoop it up. Now it's like you go to the room and it's a big production, so it's good to see. Obviously, it's for a good cause, so the more the merrier.
Both games will start at 7. Meanwhile, in Nick 10 boys basketball tonight, these games will play out. Belvidere North at Auburn, Jefferson at Boylan, Freeport at Guilford, Belvidere at Harlem, and East at Hononegah. If the reality of Wilson Contreras joining the Cardinals didn't sink in on Wednesday, it should now. Here he is being introduced today in St. Louis. Contreras says he was inspired to become a Cardinal last season after watching Albert Pujols launch one of his historic home runs for the Cardinals.
I'm really excited and honored to be now part of the St. Louis Cardinals organization. I came here because I knew the history of the team. I know this is a team that's looking forward to win, and the whole organization is looking at one direction, just to get back to the World Series.
At Sports, we'll be right back.
Jordan will have another look at weather in just a moment.
First, here's what's planned for later on News Nation.
Tonight on Banfield, a mysterious black SUV, a scream in the middle of the night. Did police follow up on alarming details the night 4 college kids were murdered? Did they even know about the open door? We're pressing for answers tonight on Banfield.
That is all coming up on the cable and satellite stations you see on the left of your screen. You can also head to newsnation.com.
The first one, interactive radar from Rockford Auto Glass, is now tapering off through the night tonight, but we still hold on to a very isolated chance we could see some of that drizzle still holding on overnight tonight and throughout much of the day tomorrow. Temperatures do work their way back up into the upper 30s tomorrow, but not before we could see some patchier fog developing overnight tonight. And then our next weather system that could bring us a soaking rain Tuesday into Wednesday for the middle of the week.
All right, thanks, Jordan.
And thank you for spending some time with us. Stay safe.